So I finally finished Titans on Netflix.
How was it?
It was a chore to get through it.
Why?
Oh, it just went on and on. There's only about 10 or 11 episodes,
Yeah.
but Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not it's not as good as the comics.
Teen Titans with a twist.
Yeah, it's just it's dark, it's gritty, violent. They say cursing and swearing just for the sake of
The bad
they can
words.
say it. They can say the bad words just for the sake of it, and plus the Nightwing Robin character, not like the guy in the it's not like Nightwing from the stories I used to read.
He's a dick.
Oh yeah, he's all mopey and
Whingy.
whingy and whiny like. But yeah. But anyway, hola and welcome to the 3600. My name's Owen and I'm joined as always by my partner in crime, Dean. Dean,
Hola.
what's up?
How are you?
I'm good. So, this week's episode, Dean,
Mm-hmm.
I figured we could talk about comic book deaths. The times people died in comics, they didn't stay dead, they came back to life.
Mm.
Do you know
The fun
the
ones.
stupid ones, the ones for ratings
Yeah.
to sell more? But before we start, I did leave 3 off the list
Okay.
on
that's fine.
purpose. Well, mainly because they made me so angry.
Ooh.
They were pointless. It was like the why,
Yeah.
just like why. It was so. First one, Black Widow in Secret Empire, and I think the less we speak about Secret Empire, the better.
Should never have been written.
Pretty much. Yeah, it was like a big FU to everybody. Even the creators of Captain America. Like, what the fuck? Then, number 2, Bruce Banner in Civil War 2.
Coincidentally, another book that should never have been written.
No. Made no sense. Honestly, it was just like, we'll do it, but we're going to flip reverse the roles. Like,
Yeah.
and then, I'd speak very quickly about the last one.
Okay.
Because it's just going to make me really, 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 really angry.
Let it out. Go on.
Wally West in Heroes in Crisis.
Ah.
Like, seriously. Like, okay. Do you know what? No. Do you know what? I'm going to get into this,
Do
right?
it.
Yes.
Let it all out.
I'm going to let it all out.
Let the
So,
rage engulf you.
they do the whole New 52 comics, right? With Barry Allen. And there's no
The best
mention...
Flash.
No. Stop that. Get out. Get out!
Continue.
No mention of Wally West whatsoever in it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatsoever. Like, he'd never existed. No, nothing. No, nada. So then they decide to do Rebirth.
Yeah.
And they bring him back from Rebirth. And Wally West comes back. Comes back. He's cool new outfit. He looks awesome. Only for what? For them to kill him off again? Like, seriously. It's like they hate me. It's like DC Comics hate me.
It's almost as if I wrote it.
It's like you wrote it, you bollocks. Yeah, but then there's a whole thing. Well, maybe he's not dead. Maybe he is dead. Maybe he's not. Well, I'm done with it. It's like they wrote that, and a part of me died inside. It's like, why does Wally West get such... Why do they hate Wally West? He was the best Flash.
Second best Flash.
He was the best Flash.
Second best Flash.
He was the best
Second
Flash.
best Flash.
I really don't know why I do this show with you.
Neither do I. Second best Flash.
Anyway, let's talk about other deaths.
Other dead things.
Yes. Mainly stupid ones,
Mm.
but let's go. So, did you hear or did you read the time Frank Castle died?
Yep.
For
Vaguely remember it.
those of you that do not know, Frank Castle died. He was killed by Wolverine's son, Daken, who chopped him up into tiny pieces. Literally, tiny pieces.
Small
That went down into the sewer. And those pieces were found by the Legion of Monsters, who rebuilt him. Or glued him back together, or well, no, actually, they stitched him back together. And he was brought back as Frankencastle. Do you get it? Frankenstein,
'Cause it's the thing.
Frankencastle.
That's so fucking terrible.
But yeah, it looks as bad as it sounds.
Mm.
But it was only for a short run. Eventually they brought him back to normal using something called a bloodstone. And I think the less we speak about this, the better.
Yep, I'm happy enough. That
Yeah.
sucked. And we'll go.
We'll go.
What about the time when Nick Fury died?
Right.
Do you remember this one?
Yes. I'm just going to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
LMDs are the most laziest writing in comic books.
Yeah.
It's like,
LMD's life model decoys,
yes, so basically they're a robot clone of you.
as you do.
Yeah.
So, what was the worst part of that for you?
I really liked the ending when
Yeah.
it ended
Yeah,
because I didn't have to read it anymore.
yeah, that was my favorite part too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It was like they killed him, and I was good. I was like, thank God, because they were killing me. But then, yeah, it was stupid. It was a whole. They had the Punisher in it again.
Yeah, Frankencastle.
No, it wasn't Frank Castle. It was just Frank Castle this time. And I don't know. He got hit in the head or something, or he was drugged, and he thought Nick Fury was behind the death of his family.
Yeah,
And he goes on this whole spree that he's going to kill Nick Fury. So he blows up a whole warehouse of LMDs. And then he shoots Nick Fury in the back, or in the head. Back at the head? I don't know. He died.
he died some way.
Yeah, and
Well,
they have a
it
whole
died.
big funeral thing.
Mm.
Wolverine is there, and other comic book heroes are
And
there.
they're all mopey.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
that's
they exhume the body, or take up the coffin to closely examine it.
Yeah.
And it turns out that it was a special LMD. Like a really, really good designed LMD.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't dead at all. It was just an LMD. It was like, I think Sharon Carter found out that it was an LMD.
Sounds like a drug.
It does,
LMD.
yes. But it was stupid. That was stupid. That's almost as stupid as Frankencastle.
Which was worse?
Oh, Frankencastle.
Was worse.
Yeah, of course. Like, you had him, like, Frank Castle as a Frankenstein castle. Like, it
Frankenstein Castle.
made no sense.
Yeah, I'd agree. I tend to agree that sucked. Both of them sucked, but that one sucked worse. Way worse.
Yeah. Let's do a DC one, just to balance things
Let's
out.
go to DC.
We're going to go to DC.
Hit you with it.
Right. Green Arrow.
Ooh, I like Green Arrow.
Issue 101.
Mm-hmm.
He died.
Yep.
And that's that. Let's move on. No. It's a weird one, right? Because he's in Metropolis
For some reason.
for some reason. And there's a plan by Hydrax to destroy Metropolis. Basically using a big, powerful bomb.
Would it be a hydro bomb?
And something like that, yeah. So, Green Arrow
Yeah.
decides to sacrifice himself to save Metropolis and blows the bomb up with himself or something like that. He blows up with the bomb, defusing it. Well, okay, first of all, who lives in Metropolis?
Batman.
Get the fuck out!
Superman, yeah.
Superman! So why the hell? Why isn't Superman there? Like, Superman could have defused the bomb.
Yeah, but Superman
But no.
sucks.
So, now it's going to get even weirder.
Mm-hmm.
So, Green Arrow is dead,
He's dead.
but he's brought back to life,
Obviously.
obviously,
Yeah.
right? By the ghost of Hal Jordan's Green Lantern.
Ooh, the ghost.
The
Oh,
ghost, because Hal Jordan is dead.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
the ghost of Hal Jordan brings back Green Arrow through some blood that was still left on Superman's costume. So, what we've learned is Superman doesn't wash his uniform.
Yeah, it's not very fucking
It's-
sanitary.
It's unhygienic.
Yeah.
I feel that it's a health hazard.
It's just another reason why
Yes.
Superman sucks.
I'm going to let that one slide
Yeah.
just because of this storyline, yes. But hashtag Matt Boomer for Superman.
We'll get that going.
Yes. Yeah. So, and he comes back through a drop of blood on Superman's costume.
Yeah.
Buy a washing machine.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah. Well, if you're flying, right? Yeah, it would dry in a lot quicker. The blood, you know. Maybe you didn't see it because of the red.
Oh, so it was on the cape.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we hope so.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
For the writer's sake.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
But
But why didn't Superman just fly the bomb off somewhere?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. The whole storyline doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I I just think it was lazy storyline.
It's almost as lazy as LMD's.
Yeah, but not as lazy.
It's almost
Yeah.
yeah.
What about Batman?
Yeah. Let's go with the big Batman one now.
The big one.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
So, the year is 1988.
Good year.
Batman has a new sidekick. Still Robin,
Mm.
but a bratty, whingy, punky, emo. No, not emo.
Bitch ass
Yeah,
Robin.
exactly. Right? So, it's the death in the family storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Todd is Robin. Everybody hates him because he's a dick. So DC Comics did a phone-in poll to see would Robin live or die. I actually have the phone numbers here. I do.
Okay.
The phone numbers here. So if you wanted the Joker to fail and Robin to live, you would call 1900-720-2660.
Okay.
And if you wanted the Joker to succeed and Robin would not survive, this is actually the way they had it on the thing, that the writing, this Joker to succeed and Robin not to survive is what they had on the posters.
Okay.
The exact wording. You would call 1900-720-2666.
Ooh, that's very ominous.
Yes, and calls costed 50 cent Americano. 50 cent American
Jesus.
for each call.
They made a killing.
Yeah.
By killing.
Yeah. So it went to the public and they decided, and Robin died. So Jason was killed by the Joker. Right. Now you're going to ask me, how did they bring him back on?
How did they bring him back on?
Well, a stupid way.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
I nearly forgot about this one.
Superman Prime, or Superboy Prime.
Yeah.
Do you know the whole Infinity Crisis on Infinite Earths, and some people survived from other Earths and came into this Earth, so you had Superboy Prime who survived and came in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had a temper tantrum. Yeah, that word. Tantrum. And he punched reality so hard he broke it, and Jason Todd was brought back to life.
I wish I could punch reality. That would just be fun.
That is stupid. The whole thing is stupid. Did you see the animated movie Batman Under the Red Hood?
Yep.
We have the DVD case here of it. Now this was a much better story to bring him back. In this it was Raj Al Ghul of the League of Assassins that brought him back. They dug up his body.
Yep.
And they put him in the Lazarus pit.
As
That
all
made-
DC should
Yeah,
do.
and that made more sense. And that's a very good movie. You should watch it. Everybody should watch it. Everybody.
The Lazarus Pit is the best way ever.
But it makes more sense than fucking punching reality.
Yeah, well,
I told you this
Does
list
it,
was
though?
going.
here's the thing. You put somebody's dead body in a bat, and then they come back to life.
It's not a bath. It's a pit.
It's a pit full of water, as we've seen in the Arrowverse, and then it kind of bubbles like.
Just when I think you can't say anything more stupid, you didn't go and say something like that and jump light years ahead of anything other stupid thing you've ever said.
Jesus, that's just mean.
It's that. It's the truth.
It's the goddamn truth.
The Lazarus pit makes perfect sense
Yeah,
compared to punching reality.
It makes more sense. A bit more sense.
A bit more sense.
They're both stupid.
You're physically causing me pain here.
You should probably get that checked because it's not a real thing.
Yes.
So what about Barry? We're gonna talk Barry.
Barry
Barry
Allen.
The best Flash.
He's not the best Flash.
Best
I'm
Flash.
sick and tired of having this conversation with you. Wally
It's not a
West.
conversation.
Wally West is the best Flash. Wally West became Flash in 1985 after Alan died.
Wally West is a whiny ass bitch. Boom. We should just end it there.
Good day. Good day to you, sir.
Everything's done.
Right. So, did you ever read the small little? It's a small little comic book. I don't think it's a big one. It's called Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Never heard of it.
Infinity Earths? Infinite Earths?
Explain
Infinite
it
Earths.
to me.
So this Crisis and the whole multiverse and stuff like that. There's different versions of us and everything. But anyway, so 1985, this came out, and actually several people died during this.
Yeah.
So the first one was issue number 7. Supergirl died fighting the Anti-Monitors forces. But basically she was sacrificed for ratings. That was in October 85.
Right.
But she comes back later on, so
Of course.
But then the main one was the next month, November, issue 8, Barry Allen dies. Now, everybody knew Barry Allen was going to die because it was teased in it from issue 2. Pages on that had him dead or teased it. So basically, Barry sacrifices himself to destroy the antimatter cannon.
Yeah.
Where he runs around and around and around it, and basically ran himself to death. He disappeared, leaving an empty costume. But there's a silver lining. Wally West would take over the mantle of the Flash.
That's not a silver lining. That's a punch. That's a punch to reality. Is what that is. It's a disgrace.
I don't get you. You don't like Superman. You don't like Wally West Flash.
It's a disgrace.
You're a disgrace.
It's a disgrace. Barry Allen is the best Flash. It's not even a question. It's not even a debate anymore. We need to stop this.
I feel I would go to suggest we should put it to a Twitter poll, but our last Twitter poll didn't turn out very well from our first episode. So
we had 4 people.
For those of you,
it ended 50-50.
For those of you, we did a Twitter poll on our first podcast of who would win in a fight between John Wick and the Punisher, Frank Castle, and we put it on Twitter, and 4 people voted.
2 of them were us.
2 of them were us, and I voted for John Wick.
I voted for the Punisher.
And then 2 other people voted. We do not know who these people are.
I know who one of those people was.
Who?
It was somebody for work.
Oh, okay. I don't know who this person was, but it ended 50-50. 4 votes, 2 for John Wick and 2 for the Punisher.
So we'll never know.
We'll never know. I don't think we should do polls again.
We should probably not because it doesn't work.
We're going to do a survey. We'll be out in town next Saturday with our clipboards asking questions.
Oh, we would get the weirdest looks. They'd be like, who? We should just give them an option, 1 or 2, and they don't even know what it's about. We just say, pick 1 or 2. That could work.
That could work.
Because they won't know what they're voting for. Much like a lot of elections these days.
But then Barry Allen would be brought back as the Flash years later.
Yep.
About 20 years later.
Perfectly.
Through Flash Rebirth comic book series. Jeff Johns, I think, wrote that.
Could be.
Yeah. Idea. How he fell from grace. Well, in the comic books, he's still writing good, but he go to head up the DC Entertainment thing for the movies with Zack Snyder.
Oh, that was the dude.
Yeah, and they both got sacked from that.
Well,
yeah. Who's for another stupid one?
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Let's do it.
But it's Marvel this time.
Ugh, it's never stupid when it's Marvel.
Aunt May died.
Oh yeah, this was stupid.
She died, but it actually started off really well.
Yeah.
She died on her death, and she did the whole deathbed scene. It was really touching. Peter was there. She said how proud she was of him and all that he's done and everything, and she just went peacefully away. Then about time. She looks like she's 180.
That's, you see. First off, you say wrong things in the podcast, and then you say rightfully so that people die. What?
What did I say wrong?
You said Wally West was the best Flash, but you said here she rightfully died.
Yeah, it was her time.
Lovely.
Yeah, but it was her time.
We should get her in the Lazarus pit.
No. They had a stupid, even more strength. It turns out it wasn't Aunt May at all.
No way.
Yes, way. It was. I can't even say this straight with a straight face. Like it's like, it turned out to be an actress hired by Norman Osborn's Green Goblin for some stupid plan. I don't even know what the end game of this plan was, but yeah, she was like an actress.
Yeah.
You'd kind of know if it was an actress or the woman that raised you. Like,
Yeah, you definitely would.
yeah,
Like, even if you had some sort of cloning device.
yeah. It was yeah. It was like, why?
I suppose the end game was to get in Spider-Man's head, but obviously didn't turn out well for Mr. Osborn, as it never really seems to. Do we have any actual, like heart-wrenching deaths that people stay dead?
Aunt May died in the PS4 Spider-Man game. That was
So-
10 times better
Yeah,
story-wise and the way they did it.
yeah, true.
And she wasn't an actress. Well, the woman voicing her was an actress, but she wasn't.
It's a real thing. It happened. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, but yeah, I suppose in comic books people don't tend to stay dead, but that was just
I'm just waiting for the time where Bruce Wayne's parents are brought back from the dead.
oh god.
Just think of it. They could do a whole thing like he's in the house and he hears somebody in the shower.
Right. Okay. Where are you going with this?
Do you know, like they did in Dallas?
Oh yeah.
And the whole
Dallas.
season before it was just a dream. And she woke up and there was Bobby in the shower. And like Bruce wakes up and he hears like noise or something and goes down to the kitchen table and it turns out the parents are still alive and they never died. It was all a dream and him being Batman was all a dream.
But yeah,
You could actually make a very good storyline out of it.
we're probably not legally allowed to do that. We'll work
No, I'm
on the
just saying.
logistics.
I'm just thinking if anyone's from DC.
No,
that's
no,
watching-
we're not saying that because you see, if this happens and it's a big success and they get movies out of it, we have no rights.
But it'd be my idea. I don't know where you're coming into.
No, me, see, because you see, I've got the laptop, so you know, any good idea that comes out of this podcast is a split 50-50. There's a contract somewhere that you've signed, unbeknownst to yourself. You signed it, so it's my idea
I
too.
told you to stop forging my signature.
It's not my fault that I'm good at it. But DC, just for your own reference, you're not allowed to take that idea unless you pay us like 20 quid or something. We'll probably do it, 20 quid each, and a packet of sweets.
Actually, I feel it's been done before.
Has it?
I
Maybe
think
that's where you got the idea.
I think there is in the Bruce Timm animated series of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He did an episode of that. I don't know how he got it, but Bruce kind of wakes up and he's not the Batman. I think something to do with the Scarecrow did something to him, or he was poisoned. But he was in as Bruce Wayne and somebody else's as Batman, and he was engaged to Selena Kyle and stuff. And his parents weren't dead. I think that's where I got the idea. Yeah, it's in. Yeah, it's in Volume 1 of the Batman the Animated Series.
I just the guy from DC who's obviously listening to this, I take back everything we said.
Well, DC takes ideas from Bruce Timm anyway. Harley Quinn started off in Batman the Animated Series before she became a comic book character.
Okay.
And the same for Batman Beyond. Do you know Terry McGinnis, Batman of the Future?
Yeah.
That was the same as well.
You're just a barrel full of ideas and facts and little intricacies that make this podcast what it is.
My back is broken from carrying the whole thing.
So we talked. Who was that? Batman. Who else died?
Jean Grey,
Oh,
In-
Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix,
Yeah.
which I'm not too sure about the new Dark Phoenix film. I'm apprehensive
Apprehensive.
about it.
Yeah.
But in the comics, she died. So basically, Jean Grey's body was taken over by the Dark Phoenix, and Jean stopped to exist, or ceased to exist,
Ceased to exist.
and was just the Dark Phoenix, and Jean Grey was dead. But then, a few issues later, it turned out that Jean wasn't dead at all, and that
Shock horror.
the Dark Phoenix had put her into some sort of cocoon and brought her back to life.
As normal as you do. That's just a normal storyline.
Yeah.
I don't
Remind me why I like comics again.
I don't know, because we're the outcasts of the world, and we need to see versions of. We like to believe that we can do these things which we clearly can't, and yeah, no, I have no idea. I just like them because they're cool. Whoever was writing them is obviously weird. We're not the weird ones.
No.
It's the kids who are weird.
Yeah. Let's go with that. 1992. Death of Superman.
Thank God.
The whole thing was just done to sell comics, because they were like, oh, he's dead, he's not coming back. And then he came back. They wanted the whole reign of Superman. And
Yeah.
he came back with a mullet. That was strange. He died with short hair and came back with a mullet.
Yeah, he came back looking like somebody else, Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah. So, Superman died at the hands of Doomsday. There was a big fight. Lois Lane was there and watched Superman die. And
Raging.
then he wasn't dead. He
Oh,
came
he's-
back
yeah.
a few months later.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't dead. He was in a healing coma, a Kryptonian healing coma.
Yeah, because that's the thing. She just made that up.
Well, the end of Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
Do you know they had the coffin and in the ground,
Yeah.
and the last scene was the coffin, and the dirt started to kind of levitate
Mm-hmm.
on it.
Oh, okay.
So I think they were actually going to do that for the Justice League, but then they decided to do. But I think the other way they brought him back through the mother box is a lot better than just a healing coma.
Yeah, because I mean, a healing coma sounds like you can just. It's your fallback plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, yeah, I think it was better. The comics were stupid.
It's hard to think how we read these.
I know, they made sense at the time. Actually, I did actually go back and read there a few weeks ago. It's not a great comic book.
No, I found some comic books from like way back when I was younger, and I read like 5 pages. I think one of them was to do with it was an X-Men comic, and it just made no sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself.
But like, we have here on the table, we go back to Batman Death in the Family.
Yeah.
Right? Sorry, too loud. Jim Starlin, Jim Apro, and Mike Delcaro? Yeah, right?
Sorry, Mike. He can't pronounce
Sorry,
anybody's
Mike.
name.
I can't pronounce anybody's name. Mike was the inker. Jim Starlin was the writer.
Don't worry,
but-
Mike. Your contribution is still valid.
No, I think this one kind of stood this test of time. It's a bit dated in some parts,
Yeah.
but like overall, it's a good. Like Joker has his own my very own cruise missile. That's on page 9. But, it's a lot better than the Death of Superman storyline. But then it just got me to thinking. Most of the Batman movies now are all Frank Miller based stories. Like, there's plenty of other stories from other writers, like The Long Halloween by Jeff Loeb
Yeah.
and Tim Sale. Like, that is a very good story. Like, not everything has to be Frank Miller.
Yeah. Screw you, Frank.
No, don't get me wrong, Frank Miller was very good in some of the stuff. But then other stuff he has, like, did you ever read All-Star Batman and Superman? Or not All-Star Batman and Superman, All-Star Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah.
Right? There's 10 issues of them. I have them here. And this came out after Batman Begins. And it was a whole Frank Miller and Tim Lee
Yeah.
were doing it. And it was Batman seen through the eyes of Robin. But this is the worst I've ever read. Like, basically Batman kidnaps Robin after his parents are killed. He does some horizontal jogging with Black Canary in
That
issue
means
3.
sex.
Yeah, on top of a rooftop beside a pile of burning corpses. Do you know, bad guys that he set on fire.
What a savage.
He has Robin locked in the cave and won't feed him.
This is weird.
Like, I think it comes to... I'm going to open issue 2. I do apologise, but I'm going to read exactly from it. This was... I don't even know why I kept on collecting it.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. They're in the car. Batman has just basically kidnapped Robin. And they're driving away after his parents die.
Story
I'm
time.
not making this up. This is the way it is. So Dick Grayson goes, "Who the hell are you anyway? Giving out orders like this?" Question mark. Are you? Then Batman. Do I have to put on the Batman voice? It'd
Yeah,
be
try
like gargling more. "I'm Batman." It's like, "What are you?" No, that's. It's like, "What are you, gents? Are you retarded or something? Who the hell do you think I am? I'm the goddamn Batman."
That's a terrible Batman voice.
It's a terrible fucking comic.
What an addition.
That was just stupid.
That was when
it's,
Batman was a goddamn
and that was a fairly
savage.
recent enough one.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I have it in protective plastic.
Just in case.
It's like Alan Moore's The Killing Joke. You never read it?
No.
Here you go. I have it right there.
Sweet.
Did you see? They made the animated TV show, or not the animated movie, The Killing Joke.
No, I never seen it.
Don't watch the animated one. It's stupid. They put in a whole subplot about Batgirl.
Okay.
So basically, this is the story where Joker shoots her in the spine and she gets paralyzed. It's all this story. The comic book is unreal. This was the inspiration for Tim Burton's Batman 1989. You know that movie?
Yeah.
It's one of his favourite comics. The comic book is unreal. I have it in hardback. But do not watch the animated one that they did. It's just rubbish.
He shoots. I'm seeing the page here where he shoots her, and he does. That's not in the spine. Look where that
But
is.
she gets paralysed.
Yeah, but look where she gets shot. That's a bit close to
Yeah, but she falls then.
comic
But
books.
like, I gave it to one of the guys I used to work with in another job, and he didn't like the ending of it, and I was just like, the ending's the best of it. Like, it's just the whole thing where he says the joke at the end, and you're just left. You don't know whether does Batman finally kill the Joker or not. I really like it. So I don't know if will I read it out or
Yeah, let's do it. But just don't put any Batman voices, because like
no. I won't do a Batman voice this
nobody
time.
wants to hear it.
It's like, so it starts going. It's after the whole thing. Batman has finally caught the Joker, and he goes. So he tells Batman this joke. He goes, "See, there are these two guys in a lunatic asylum, and one night, they decide they don't like living in an asylum anymore. So they decide they're going to escape. So like they get up onto the roof top, and they're just across from this narrow gap. They see the rooftops of the town stretching away in the moonlight. This is all the Joker saying this, and he goes, stretching away to freedom. Now the first guy, he jumps right across with no problem, but this his friend daren't make the leap. You see, he's afraid of falling. So then the first guy has an idea. He says, "Hey, I have a flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the two buildings, and you can walk along the beam and join me."
Solid plan.
A solid plan. But the second guy shakes his head and goes, he says, what you think I am, crazy? You'll turn it off when I'm halfway across. And then the Joker starts laughing and this ha 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 ha, and he goes, do excuse me. And then it goes onto the Batman's face, and then it's Batman goes he, and Batman grabs the Joker, and then he starts laughing as well, and the two of them start laughing, and all you see that, and then it kind of fades down onto the ground, to the water, and then the laughing stops, and there's two panels of just the rain hitting onto the thing, but you kind of don't know does he finally snap and end it or not. And one of the guys said, I hate that ending. It was stupid. I love it.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that sounds good to me.
But
Decent enough ending.
yeah,
That other guy just didn't appreciate it.
probably not.
That's why you don't work there anymore. Tell
Yeah.
it like it is.
Exactly. But what about the time Batman died?
Yeah.
In
Final
Final Crisis, battling Darkseid.
Yeah.
So Batman shot Darkseid with a ray gun or a space gun. It had an interdimensional bullet. Darkseid
kind
was
of
dead, and then there was the charred remains of Batman, and everybody thought he was dead. And then they had a whole spin-off of Battle for the Cowl, and then Dick Grayson Nightwing finally became Batman. And he was actually fairly good at Batman, and he had Damian Wayne as his psychic. But it turns out Batman wasn't dead at all. That Batman was sent back in time. And they did a whole series of Batman fighting as a caveman, a cowboy, kind of jumping through times, getting back up to the modern era.
Yeah, that sucks.
It did. So that's, yeah. Like, it's just for ratings now. It's like when Damian Wayne died.
They just want to sell them now.
They just sold it now. The Batman, I got one of the comics after he died, and the whole comic just had Batman, no words in it whatsoever. And he went out fighting crime and beating up all the bad guys and stuff like that, just in like a kind of a rage kind of thing. But there's no words in the comic.
So it's just, does it have the,
It's just pictures.
like the PAL?
No, nothing.
Nothing even like
Nothing.
that?
And then they did a whole, because they did a Batman and Robin series,
Yeah.
and then it was Batman and Frankenstein or Batman and Aquaman, just for one episode, it's kind of one shots.
Yeah.
And it was all trying to get Damian Wayne back to life and stuff. Eventually he comes back to life.
Of course.
Of course, like, it's just, they can't stay dead anymore.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to stay dead.
No.
It harms ratings too much.
But would it not be a bit better for storylines or for stories or for plot development?
Yeah, it always is better when somebody dies and stays dead, but you can't really kill off a major character like that.
They do on TV shows.
Yeah, that's where it works. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It would give a bit more of a factor to a comic, but like killing Superman is just kind of, then it's just no more Superman, is it? Or are we only allowed to kill off secondary characters?
They had a plan in the 90s to rebrand Batman as the Caped Crusader, and he'd have a different costume. But the costume was basically the Batman costume, but without the ears on the top. Or the
Right.
pointy things. It was stupid. It was the 90s.
Yeah, 90s. Ah, 90s is okay.
But then, let's do a Marvel one.
Okay.
The Death of Wolverine.
Oh yeah, I like this one.
So basically, I have some of the comics there. Marvel, they did a whole series of Wolverine. This is back in 2014. So he was stripped of his healing ability, and he ended up dying. And he was encased in like adamantium.
Yeah.
And it was like, so he's there. It was nice. It left a statue of him for everybody to remember him by. And we were all kind of waiting for him to, come back. But they kind of left it a good. Two people they kind of did the old man Logan storyline kind of thing as a replacement. But then X-23, she became the female version of Wolverine. She had the costume and everything, and she was actually pretty good in it. It was very good. But then last year, Wolverine comes back. It was kind of like a one-shot kind of thing that they did, but he returned to life using something. It's just like he came out of the thing and he had the Infinity Stone in his hand, and that brought him back to life. And it was like, why? They're even talking about for the MCU bringing Wolverine. Kevin Feige wants to recast Wolverine for the MCU.
Ooh,
I think that could backfire on him.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because of the time that's probably elapsed between the start of the X-Men and the introduction of Wolverine to now, where Hugh Jackman doesn't want to play Wolverine anymore.
Well, he'd been playing Wolverine for 17 years, and he did a good job of it.
Yeah, he was the best part of the
And
X-Men.
Logan was a brilliant way to finish it.
One of my favourite comic book movies.
Yeah, so I think if they were to recast him, it would be a flop.
Yeah, it's too much
You'd be
pressure.
comparing him to somebody. It's like comparing something great with something stupid.
Yeah. But I don't know. They will probably do it because
It's like comparing The Dark Knight to Batman and Robin.
when Batman and Robin was clearly superior.
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm just teasing. But who would you want to see recast as Wolverine?
I do not know. I can't think of anybody.
No. They wouldn't. It'd be hard for it to look right.
Daniel Radcliffe. People were posting pictures of what Daniel Radcliffe would look like as Wolverine. That's a weird one for you.
No. Don't see it.
No, definitely not. But yeah, that's all I have. Is there anyone that I left out? I probably left out a good lot.
Sure, everybody's probably died at one point.
Pretty much in some way or form.
But I don't know. Which was your favourite death?
I like the death of Wolverine.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was done
good.
well.
It was done well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, it was done well. But most deaths now are just for ratings,
Yeah,
boosting
just
ratings, boosting sales.
But you
and
think
stuff like
people will
that.
cop on by now?
But they won't.
No.
Oh, sure. Comic books now are all about the next big event, the next big reboot. Let's throw death in there at one stage or another. And then it's different, Joe. When in Flashpoint, it was alternate, and you could have Wonder Woman kill Aquaman and Cyborg and all that.
Yeah.
And it's done in a fun way and stuff like that. It's interesting and stuff like that. But then in the main story kind of thing,
Main Earth, the one they're focused on, yeah.
it's just if somebody dies, it's just for ratings and stuff like that. Or then they just said, oh, our sales are failing, so we're going to do a shock death. It's like the beginning of Final Crisis. There was a death of a character, and it was just they did it all wrong. I can't think of her name, but yeah, it was just done all wrong and for shock, and it pissed off a lot of fans.
They like the shock factor. Didn't they do something? I think must have been a couple of years ago now, with Captain America and Hydra.
That was Secret Empire.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I didn't read. Well, actually, I did read it, but it was just that whole ending scene of issue 1 where they have Captain America say hail Hydra.
Yeah.
That
was only real time. I remember some kind of
the backlash out of that. I was pissed off with that.
Yeah.
Because it was Captain America was set up in he was created during for World War II,
yeah.
And it was 2 Jewish writers that created him.
Oh yeah.
And to do that to their
Creation,
a symbol of the what they created and twist him into something that he was fighting against, and some, like the ultimate evil kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was basically two fingers to the creators. Like it's like no respect, or just we'll just do this just for. And then the whole storyline anyway turned out to be stupid.
Yeah, the rest of it was terrible. It was again shock factor,
Yeah,
but it should have known. Everybody should have known better.
yeah,
But it was just a stupid move.
exactly.
I don't know. In terms of comic books, I'm sure we missed loads. But what about movies?
Captain America died. I forgot that one. He was shot in the back at the end of Civil War
Oh yeah.
by hypnotized Sharon Carter, Agent 99.
Bah.
Yeah.
Pop.
So
That's kind of boring.
yeah, it was. Well, still, it was better than Civil War 2.
Anything was better than Civil War 2. I could write
Yeah.
you. I could write you something better than Civil War 2 now.
Yeah, but look, they probably left out a heap of them, like of who we left out, and Aunt May died again.
She died a few times.
The One More Day storyline. It was after Civil War. Peter Parker had revealed his identity to everybody, that he was Spider-Man, and didn't somebody shoot up the house and killed Aunt May?
Oh yeah.
And for some stupid, Peter Parker made a deal with the Marvel Universe's version of the devil, Mesrito, or
That dude.
the demon. It begins with an M.
Yeah.
And basically, they reversed time, and Aunt May never died, but Peter Parker never ended up marrying Mary Jane.
That's hazy on that one. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So then, but that falls into the whole category of comic book companies don't like their characters being married.
Okay.
Or
I never copped it really.
what about the time Peter Parker died? And I'm not talking about the Miles Morales thing.
Okay.
I'm talking about when Dr. Octavius was dying and swapped bodies with Peter Parker. And Peter Parker died in Dr. Octavius's body. And
Does that count?
yeah, well, I don't know, does it? Octavius decided then that he'd become Spider-Man, and the whole superior Spider-Man comic.
Oh yeah.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
No, I don't think I did either. Yeah. That's probably why I didn't make it on the list.
Probably, yeah. But there was just so much, like, and it was just...
Yeah, you had to kind of put it down to
You have
ones that
to
are...
put it down to some, like, because we could be talking forever and ever and ever, and
And none of the deaths would make sense.
no, none of them do.
They're all still relevant.
Like, I did come across another one, I didn't put it on the list, but Alfred Pennyworth died. He saved Batman and Robin, pushed them out of the way of a giant boulder.
Yeah.
But it turns out that he didn't die. His body was stolen by some bad guy and changed him into this other kind of rock creature or rock form or something like that. And then he tried to kill Batman. The whole storyline is that they found out that it was Alfred, and then they changed him back.
It's a bit of a cop out.
Yeah. So it's like, why?
I have to question some things that I've read in my life.
Yeah. So, but then again, there's, like some of them can be done well, but then the whole thing, like, if you're going to kill somebody, yeah, let them die, let them be dead for about a few years before bringing them back. But this thing about, oh, we'll kill them and we'll bring them back in 4 issues. So
Yeah.
they're dead for 4 months. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really
it's
do
not
anything.
very-
But yeah. But sure, what about Avengers? Who's going to die in that? And are they going to bring people back, but they look different?
I think all the trailers and all the promotional materials are made materials are focused to make us think that Tony Stark's gonna die, but I don't think so. I think it's gonna be Cap.
I think that everything that's in the trailers
Yeah.
are purposely misleading.
Yeah.
So
I think Cap's dead.
yeah,
That's why he was a big focus on both trailers.
yeah.
And he looks like a gloomy little bitch on
He's
both
got.
of them.
How dare you?
He does. He just
no,
sits
he's
there.
yeah, but he's gonna have a lot more screen time in this one
Yeah.
than the other one. So, but yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Exactly.
I think it's getting nearly that time where the next trailer for that is going to be released during the Oscars on
25th of February.
which is next week. So that should be good.
It should be.
We're starting to ramp up in the time where the videos start coming out where it's like, I want to see this happen in Endgame or this happen in Endgame or what's going to happen.
I don't think I'm going to watch any more trailers for Endgame or Captain Marvel.
No?
Yeah.
Well, I think I've seen all the trailers
I
now.
think I might just watch one trailer, the first trailer when it comes out, but I'm not going to watch, like, you know how you have a trailer 2
Yeah.
and a trailer 3?
Well, the
and
first trailer already came out.
You have a teaser trailer to the trailer and stuff like that. But now you're just ticking off parts that you've seen in the movie. Oh, that part was in the trailer. That part was in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like Batman versus Superman. Trailer 3 or trailer 2 showed off Doomsday. So it's like you're releasing your best parts in the trailer just to get people in the door.
I think they don't need to do that, especially for Endgame.
Yeah.
But the trailers have been pretty underwhelming.
Yeah.
There's been nothing in them.
Yeah, I think that's good because there's something in them. Like I'm not going to watch any more trailers just in case.
I think I have to watch it. I'll watch the one on the 25th. I think it'll be the actual trailer.
Yeah.
Like those ones were teasers at best, but I think they'll have to do a full trailer.
I remember Star Trek Nemesis.
Yeah.
So they had a trailer for it, but they revealed the bad guy in the first trailer, and it was like in the movie it's supposed to be a mystery. It turns out he's a clone, a younger clone of Patrick Stewart's Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah.
But they revealed that in the trailer, and it's like, well, you just give away that reveal. What else are you going to give away?
Are you just not a fan of trailers?
I think I used to be a fan of trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Trailers. Remember when trailers used to have voiceovers? In a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But none of the major plot points were given out in it.
Yeah.
But now you have a teaser trailer, trailer 1, trailer 2, trailer 3, international trailer. It's usually Japanese.
Shout out to Japanese.
Hello, konnichiwa.
Oh. That's Spanish.
No, that's Japanese.
Yeah, look, I'll definitely watch it. 100%.
I could also say, actually no, I can't.
Oh,
I thought I was going to say hello in Chinese, but I can't think of what it was.
You mean Japanese?
No, konnichiwa is in Japanese, and then Chinese. I had it in my head, but I'm after forgetting it, so sorry.
Sorry to all the Chinese listeners.
Exactly. But yeah, I think trailers now are ruining movies.
Ooh, it's controversial. Maybe we can discuss it. But definitely Endgame. It's been 10 years, 11 years in the making now. It's going to be so hard. It's 3 hours long too.
It's going to be a bathroom break.
No, it's not. There's not. There better not be. If I see people move, I'm going to be so disappointed. Get the fuck off.
Like, are they going to put an interval in it? Like years and years ago, there used to be intervals in movies so people could go out and have a cigarette break.
But here's the thing. If you have, right, I don't know, shout out to the iCinema, because that's probably where I'm going to watch it, but they're going to have like, what, 70 to 100 people? Probably more? Would it be more?
They'll have it in 2 or 3 screens.
Yeah, okay, so probably we're talking, let's say, at the same time they're probably going to show Endgame on 2 screens, right?
At least, yeah.
So we're talking about a couple hundred people. And then there's a 10-minute interval. There's only 2 bathrooms in the place.
Yeah.
So like it's just gonna be a revolving door of people going for a piss. Sit there, hold your bladder, and enjoy the movie.
You could go to those camping stores and get the thing. You know, when you're going to, if you're going to a festival, a music festival, and you can get those things that they're like underwear, but you put it on and it has a tube that leads into a urine bag, urinal bag,
Nice.
and you can pee in it while sitting down. Nobody knows why either.
Is there any camping stores in Galway?
Yeah, there's 2 in Galway. Yeah.
We need to go. And you can also you could also be warm at the same time. If you're cold in the cinema, you could just
use it as a hot water bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god! Why did I even give you that idea?
But Endgame is going to be incredible. I hope there's a death. I hope there's a permanent death. But I also hope that there's a happy ending. Just on the theme of deaths, I hope they do something like that.
Yeah.
Because there has to be a payoff for 10 years of movies. And I think bringing everybody back to life is just the ultimate comic book cop-out. So I hope somebody says
it was all a dream.
Yeah, leave that to other people, but no, somebody needs to die.
Yeah.
There will be blood.
There will be blood. Exactly.
Perfect. So we have went through maybe 10 stupid comic book deaths.
They were stupid comic book
and how people can't stay dead.
Yes.
I wish it was like that in real life, but only just comic books. But whatever. We are wrapping up for that. We don't have anybody left that is dead and came back to life. What we've learned from this episode is that comic book companies always take cop-outs. There's going to be an interval in Avengers Endgame.
Well, I did read that somewhere that there was going to be.
Yeah, I see that too. And the other thing we learned is that Barry Allen is the best Flash and it's not up for discussion. No. So with that, as always...
Wally West is the best Flash ever!
You need to give a warning for headphone users before you do that.
The editor can do that.
The editor can't do that. He can't go back in time.
He can.
We apologise. Well, I apologise to anybody who had to listen to that. And with that, we're going to finish there. So if you want to follow us on Twitter, greatly appreciate it, at 3600 Podcast. As always, on YouTube, hit the like button, because hitting like is sound. And we're sound. You can subscribe if you like. I know it takes 2 clicks, but there's worse things you could do. Any feedback is always greatly appreciated. Throw something in the comments just for the laugh. Barry Allen's the best Flash.
Wally West is the best Flash.
We will see you next week. Goodbye.
I hate you so much.